What's up guys, Bogdan here and welcome to the Import-Export Hub channel. So in one of my previous videos I've talked about the imports and the exports of the Republic of Georgia, and in this video I've decided to give you 5 potential products that in my opinion are worth importing from Georgia. But before I start, I would kindly ask you to take 5 seconds from your time and hit the like and the subscribe buttons. Of course, if you appreciate the content here, it really keeps me motivated and determined to grow this channel. So guys, once again, I really appreciate your effort and support. So let's start with the first product, which is fertilizers. And I know that this particular product has limited uses, so agricultural use mostly. But nonetheless, if you think that you can market and sell fertilizers on your local market, Georgia is a really good place to source. Needless to say, there are some strict regulations for the transport and the handling of fertilizers, so always keep that in mind. Also, pay close attention to the import licenses if they are required in your home country, and of course the duties. But in terms of duties, I'm 99% sure that if you want to import fertilizers in some developed country from Georgia, most probably the import duties will be very low or zero, as Georgia is a developing economy and has some clauses with the European Union, for example, in order to boost the trade relations, and for this the duties are usually kept low in relation with developing countries, as there are some preferential trade agreements, of course keeping some import quotas in place, as the countries or the trade blocs providing those preferential trade agreements need to preserve and protect the local or the regional industry. Anyhow, if you're in the agribusiness and you want to import fertilizers, again, Georgia is worth considering as a sourcing country. The second product that I recommend is jams and marmalades, and don't laugh. And we see here that Germany is quite an active player, but also the Russian Federation, Belgium, Bulgaria, or Austria. And here I have the feeling that the importers from the European Union mostly are not necessarily importing the jams already packed with the manufacturer or the exporter's own brand, but I think that they are working on a private label basis, or they are importing the jams or the marmalades in bulk, packaging and labeling them after in their home country. I might be wrong, of course, but if I were to import jams, I will rather work on a private label basis with the manufacturer in Georgia, or if I have the production line already in place in my home country, I will choose to import the jams in bulk. Anyhow, if you want to expand your product portfolio, you can definitely source jams or marmalades from Georgia. And moving on to the next product, of course, I couldn't pass and not suggest the Georgian wines. As I said in my video about the Georgian imports and exports, the winemaking tradition in Georgia goes for hundreds of years, and the quality of the wines there is exceptional. I'm not a wine connoisseur, but if you have the chance, you should definitely try a Georgian wine sometime. Anyhow, here we see that the Russian Federation is by far the biggest export destination. Then we have Ukraine, and on the third place we have China. And by the way, the figures here are not for the exports of the wine in bulk, as in the case with some other countries that I know about, like the UK, which is not a big wine producer, which imports parts of its wine in bulk, and then they are bottling in UK, and then of course it's put for resale there. But usually this is happening with low value and mass consumption wines. Anyhow, the idea is that if you operate in the wine or the spirits industry and you want to diversify your portfolio, you should definitely consider the Georgian wines. The next product is also liquid, but this time without alcohol, and it's water, both mineral and sparkling. And here the Russian Federation is again the main trading partner, more than double compared with Ukraine. Anyhow, I won't insist much. You can see the figures for yourself. What I find interesting is the fact that Georgia is on the fourth place worldwide in terms of exports. Unfortunately, for them, well behind in terms of exported value compared to traditional exporters like France or Italy. And here I might upset the French and the Italian manufacturers and exporters of water, but the only thing that makes their water more desirable has to do with the country brand and the development path. At least this is my opinion. Anyway, if you're in this kind of business, you can definitely explore this opportunity. And I really think that importing mineral or sparkling water has a huge potential on the US market, for example, as we can see in the picture below. With the trend of exported values of Georgia towards the US from 2016 until 2019. And if you ask me, there is a lot of potential on the US market. Also down below we can see the top 10 exporters of water towards the US in 2019, and I am sure that the Georgian water can gain some popularity on the US market. Again, this is my humble opinion. My recommendations are not some kind of magic bullets, and I might miss something. And now moving on to the last product, last recommendation, and on the screen we see the trading values and the trading partners for an entire category. And it doesn't have anything to do with coffee, but it's related to tea and spices. And when I was in Georgia back in 2018, Levan, my connection there, was starting to invest in a tea processing facility, as he had, and I understand this only now, a great hunch if you want that Georgian tea could have a great export potential. So you two guys, if you're working in this sector, you could take advantage of this opportunity. I won't get into the numbers and the trading partners, but yeah, my last recommendation is related to tea and the spices from Georgia, especially for sourcing for the raw materials and then add value in your own country, like mixing the spices, packing them, or adding them into other products. Remember, before I finish, that importing and exporting, it's not only about finished goods, but also about raw materials, ingredients, or semi-finished products. Okay, so that's it for today. Again, I really hope you've enjoyed this video. Don't forget to comment down below and smash the like and the subscribe buttons. Until next time, keep your business safe. Thanks.